Hey guys, what's up? Abiforth here. In this tutorial, I'll be showing you how to set up your attack animations properly using Unreal Engine 4, right? Or rather, inside Unreal Engine 4. Okay, so first of all, here is a character that I'm using. It, it was downloaded from Mixamo, and I have replaced this character inside the third person template. Now I'm using Unreal Engine version 4.12.4. Okay, so I have all my animations of the third person template transferred over to this character, and I also have some custom animations here, right? So this is a fireball animation that I have, and this is kind of a magic attack kind of animation that I have, right? So we're gonna be learning how to set this up properly inside our prototype. Okay, so let's get started. Now I have already set up the fireball attack, so I'll show you what I have here. So this is the character. It runs around, jumps around. So now I just press the F key and it is giving us a fireball animation. Now you notice that when I press the F key, the rest of the animation stopped, and I couldn't press any other keys even if I tried to. So this is what we're going to be learning, and if you directly play your animations, you'll get some problems. So we'll be discussing what those problems are, right? So I have my fireball animation set up. Now we're going to be setting up the magic attack kind of animation, this spell attack animation from scratch. Okay, so once you've imported this, I have actually made an anim montage out of this, but you can play your animation directly. Okay, so first I'll get the input. I'll use the G key right here, and when it is pressed, I want to play my animation or anim montage, right? You can play your animation from here or play your anim montage. I have my anim montage set up, so I'm gonna play that, right? And I'm gonna select hand spell, right? So let's try this. Compile, play. Now when I set the G key, you can see the player is still moving. When I'm in air, you can see the player is still moving. Now we don't want this. We don't want the player to move while our attack animation is playing. So we're gonna stop its movement using the stop movement node. Okay, so stop movement immediately. And I'm gonna drag this here, so this will stop all the vector movement. And then we have the disable movement. This will kind of stop the character anywhere it is, even if it is, mid-air. So let's try and play this. Press the G key. Okay, looks good. We can move our camera, but we can't do any other animations. Let's try something else. Okay, you can see that I actually didn't re-enable my inputs, so right now I'm not able to do anything while pressing these keys, right? So let's re-enable our inputs. So how are we going to do that? We're going to use a delay function. Now this is not really an optimized way, I think, because you need to use hard code values. So you'll have to set this up for each animation separately. So for this fire or spell animation, the time is 2.283 seconds, and I'm gonna put a delay of 2.25 seconds. And after 2.25 seconds, I want to let my character keep moving as it was moving before. So I'll use set movement mode node here, and let's connect these, set the movement to walking, and compile. Okay, so press the G key, see animation stop, we can move again, that's great. Now when I jump and I press the G key, you can see what we have here. Rather weird and interesting problem. So this happens because of this disable movement node. Okay, this node stops all of your movements even if your character is midair. Gravity does not have any effect when you use this node. So let's try to delete this and try this. Do G key. You can see we can't do, the player doesn't stop, right, like it was before. So we need the disable movement node inside our blueprints. Let's do Control Z. We have this node attached. Now, how do you stop the player from attacking when it is midair, when the player is in midair, right? So inside our third person template, we have our event graph, and our event graph already has a variable called isInAir, right? So this variable is used to blend between our jump and idle animations, our jump and run animations. So we're going to use this variable to check whether our player is jumping or not. And if the player is jumping, then we won't play our animations, right? So I'm going to cast anim ybot anim bp, right? So ybot is the name of my character here, so my anim bp, my animation blueprint is named ybot anim bp. So just cast whatever yours is named, and we're gonna use as ybot anim bp. We're gonna get our isInAir variable right here, and we're gonna do a branch right there. Great. So now whenever we press the G key, and if this condition is true, we want to play our animation, right? So let's take this node here, and let's move the gyre thing right there, and let's connect this. Now when the player is in air, we do not want it to play this. So when the player is not in air, we want it to play this. Okay, and we connect this here. Now we need compile. Okay, we have an error here. We'll need an anim instance there, and our mesh is automatically set to our pawn, that is ybot here, and we'll compile again, and it gives us no problems, right? So let's test this out. Okay, I'm running, I press the G key, we have our spell, the camera is moving, and the other inputs are disabled. We're jumping, press the G key, nothing happens. We're in air, G key, nothing happens. On the ground, standing, G key, and there's our spell. So the animation transition here isn't fluid, but you can use blend spaces and some other things maybe to create up a fluid animation. And yeah, that's it. So this is a small way to set up your custom animations to get started with your prototypes. And thanks for watching the tutorial. You can recommend any tutorials that you want me to do regarding game development in general. And yeah, thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you like the channel.